Hi there, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie. Thank you for joining me once again on my declutter journey. This should be the last one for my 12 by 12 cardstock. Is it the last decluttering video ever? Of course not, you guys. I still have a ton of stuff to go through. Not to mention 6 by 6 and 6 by 8 paper pads. So please don't despair for those of you that are really enjoying the series. So today we're going to go through it looks like outdoors, travel, vintage, and maybe something else is thrown in there. We'll see how it goes. As always, I'm just going through what I call page kits. These are groupings of paper that I have put together that I think work together so that when I go to do a layout, it's a quick and easy process to make a quick layout. And if I still like the kit, like I just did there, I of course will keep it. If I don't like some elements of it and feel like perhaps they could be better served elsewhere, then I will move them along either back into my stash or I will declutter them. So in this one here, this is a Bo Bunny, what is it? Trail Mix it's called. And this one has a couple different I've got doubles. I've got doubles of everything. And if I flip them over, I think I'm okay with keeping them all, even though I have doubles. This is probably more than a page kit. This would probably be enough to make at least 3 double-sided or 2 double layouts, I would think. Quite often when you go camping or do outdoor things, you have plenty of photos. So I'm not opposed to having larger kits in my mix. We've got some She's Magic. I'm not sure why this one is in outdoors. It looks like it's got some bamboo with the yellow and green. I'm not loving this one. I think what I'm going to do is this is all going to go in my stash. Yeah, this will go in yellow, this will go in green, and this will go in my grid and lined backgrounds. So not much for outdoors. Now, at the time that I'm recording this, the last video hasn't gone up yet, so I haven't heard your replies to my query of whether or not I should move the page kits into the cardstock sections that I have so that everything's kept together. So for now, everything's still the same until I figure out what it is that I want to do with this. Okay, travel. This is, I think, Paige Evans from one of her kits. I actually like that. What does this say? Wow. Yo ho. Wow. Another one of the maps. I don't mind that either. Although this is a stripe and a stripe, I don't mind the double stripe kind of look. Probably would use this like as a mat, or maybe this one as a mat. It's kind of a tropical feel. This is from Animal Kingdom. I think that's why that one ended up in here versus in the floral section. I really do like that. And I think I will keep it in here just because it does evoke tropics to me. Kaiser Craft, Pack Your Bags. I love this collection. I really loved it a lot. And I think all of what I had left of the collection is all here. And I don't think I will get rid of any of it. But what we will do is flip some of this around so that you can see all the different papers. Okay, I think we're moving on to paper pads next. We've got Beach House, die cuts with a view. Just wish that wasn't foiled. If it wasn't foiled, I would love it that much more. So I think the intention behind this was that the cut-aparts were the inspiration for the papers. And I think I've left this pretty generic. I'm going to leave it. It's fine. Same deal with this one. I paired it up with the pebbles and the anchor and the shell and the beach. Again, a very similar vibe to the previous one because we're using the cut aparts to dry the papers. But I think, you know, if I had a trip, I probably would need a couple layouts anyways that have a similar color scheme to them. Usually when I document trips, I like to do that, like have a consistent color scheme across. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not wowed with these kits, by the way. Like, I can make them work. I can see the direction that I can go with these. They are big kits, and I think they are big because I didn't have a lot of pattern paper to work with, right? A lot of cut aparts or pattern paper like the pebbles. This is a real monochromatic one, which can be fun, right? I think I am actually going to move some of these to my stash, and I think I'm going to purge these 2 papers. So these 3 are going to my stash. I think I have plenty of those in the rest of the kits that I don't need to keep. Not sure if that makes sense because, you know, I'm really just instinctively going with this. And that may not always be consistent in my approach. So, by the way, this is Die Cuts with View Palms and Ferns. I put this one in travel because, again, that tropical feel. And let's take a look at this first kit right off the bat. Okay, I'm going to purge this piece, and these 2 pieces are going in my stash. I don't really like this kind of blobby look, so I think this piece is going to go in my stash, and this is going to go in my stash that way, and I'm purging that one. Now, I don't mind this one, but I'm wondering, would I like that better? No, that's too bright. I think I'm going to keep this one, but I'm going to move this over to flowers or florals. Ooh, look at that foil. So I think we're going to move these 2 into my stash, and this one we're going to purge. Cut aparts. I don't mind some of the sayings, like this one says, the best things in life are the people you love, the places you've been, and the memories you've made along the way. And I do more of what makes you happy. I love that. Enjoy today. So I don't mind that one. This floral is not my favorite. I don't care for that. I don't care for that. So let's purge all 3 sheets. And this one, I think we're going to leave out and see if we can fit it in with one of the other kits. Palm fronds, I don't mind. The marbling, What happens if we take this one? I like that better than this one, so let's purge that. The marbling doesn't really fit, does it? Like, it just feels harsh. Green is too big scale wise, but what happens if we substitute this one in with that? I like that better. We'll leave the marble in, and I'll put this in my stash, and I think what we're going to do is we will put this one in. Yeah, I like that much better. Floral, no, so purge all of those. I like this one. I like that one. And do I like it with the black? I prefer this stripe to that other stripe. I don't know if there's anything else I've got pulled out that would look a little better. No, I think we're going to leave this one. Okay, up next we have Fifth and Monaco. This will be interesting. This one I got suckered in by the bright colors, and while I'm like, wow, it's really almost too wow. So this one has that UV coating on it, which is not my favorite. So I'm going to purge that, move that to my stash, and we're going to purge that one. I do adore these little budgies. I think they're super cute, but I don't know that I love it with this piece of paper. I don't mind it with the palm fronds, but, so I'm going to purge this one, but I'm thinking it needs like something a little more solid, like a yellow. What about this one? This is from Dear Lizzie, She's Magic. What if we paired that in? I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm going to keep this. This could go under travel, under tropical, but I think I'm going to move this to animals. Okay, so more of that paper with the UV. And I'm going to keep this, put that in my stash, and these two I am purging. A black and white floral with the pink, and then a stripe. I'm going to keep both of these, but move them into my stash. This one I'm going to purge. Here's more of that budgie paper. This time I paired it with the wood green, which I really like that as well. I think it still needs one other piece of like kind of solid cardstock. What about, this is from a different paper pad. I don't remember which one. Not quite. Not quite right. I like to try and just pull from what I still have sitting out so that I don't have to go and look for something different. But, you know, sometimes you don't have a choice. I don't like it with that green, but I think it's heading in the right direction. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Oh, where was that bright green one? Maybe this one will work. Oh, I don't mind that. I don't know which way I would do it. Maybe this way? They kind of look like bird feathers. It's very busy, don't get me wrong. Have to use this like a mat or something. Anyways, I don't mind that. So let's move on. We'll move this to the animal section as well. Right next to the other budgie paper. Okay, let's see what we did with this one. Paired it with the green and this floral. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one. We'll move that into my stash, and I'm going to purge both of these. Okay, this is the last bit to go through. I've got something called Vintage. We've got some Simple Stories Vintage Indigo Garden, which I think I only had a few sheets of this. Yeah. And I just kept them together. I may not use them together, but I did keep them together, and I'm okay with that. Then I've got Summer Ice Cream. This was from Stampin' Up! Line. I do like that. It is kind of paperish. This is my favorite summer. Could be floral, but I think the reason why I left it in here is because the back side definitely says summer, and then this one is also in here. So this I just made from the summer kit. I like that. No brainer. And then we've got fall. This is an old piece of paper from We Are Memory Keepers, 2011. I still do like it though. I've got some scrap here. This is from Jen Hadfield, Along the Way. I think both of those pieces work okay. And then from the same line, this is a stripe, but it's, I guess maybe it is flocked. The white stripes are flocked, which is kind of fun. I'm just wondering if maybe, that red is jarring, isn't it? I'm just wondering if maybe I should like move this to scraps. No. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. Okay, Days of Splendor by Pink Fresh. We've got a few different pieces here. I think they're all from the same, no, Office Works. And Keeping It Real. I don't mind that. So keep that together. More from Golden Days. We've seen this one earlier. Must be whatever's left over. What's the back side of this has got the deer on it. Huh. So to be honest, this is not my favorite print with the stars on it, even though I love blue. So I'm going to purge one of these sheets and we'll leave the other 3 in here. The yellow door with the acorns, super cute with the stripe. And the pink, not your typical fall colors, but definitely all from the same collection, so it's not surprising that it goes together. And then we've got the scallop, the blobs, which might make some fun borders for a page. Some sunflowers with the gold and yellow and a brown, but that's fine. We've got 4 Seasons Autumn from Close to My Heart. Love that. And then we've got a paper pad. So we've got Park Lane Sonoma, which I did put in fall because of the color scheme, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Oh boy. I'm going to purge these 2 and move that to my stash. I like this combination better. I think we'll, yeah, keep that one. Reminds me of Moroccan tile. And I don't love any of these, so these are getting purged. Some of these, like this one, was from, I think, Die Cuts with a View, the gold paper, which I was very disappointed in. I thought it was going to be more gold, not like printed gold, if that makes sense. I'm going to purge this as well. Don't mind this, but I'm not loving these 2 together. So if we bring back that basket weave, I think I like that a little better. So we're going to purge these 2 and keep that as a kit. Could move this to animals, but I think I will keep it in fall because of the colors. My problem with fall is that where I live, we don't really have a fall. Yeah. Although, to be honest, these colors are around a lot. I don't mind that one. Okay, I think we are going to purge these 3 and move that to my stash. This is a paper from Stampin' Up. I think we'll keep these, move that back into my stash, and we'll purge this one. A lot of this I used from my stash because I've got some SCI paper, and then this was that Die Cuts with a View. I'm still going to purge this. I'm going to purge this one, and then these 2 are going to make their way back into my stash. So I do like this. I do like this combination. It's something a little bit different. I'm going to purge these 2. And I'm just wondering on that last one if I want to add or swap out, because I'm thinking this brick color would look really good, which it does. Actually don't mind that, so we'll add those 2 to that kit and call it done. Okay, and the last little bit I have under winter. Now I'm pretty sure I have page kits in my winter/Christmas section, which is what I was talking about earlier. So I really need to make a decision and either move them all in one place or like treat them consistently, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is Snow Fun from Simple Stories. This is another one that's really hard to use nowadays living in Southern California. And this is like the leftover bits from this kit, and I don't think I would use these together like this, so these are all going to go back in my stash. I'm not purging any of them, just moving them to my stash. And then we've got a Gingerbread Christmas from Echo Park with Webster's Pages with that kind of gray, and then Buffalo Plaid, and I really like that. I really like that a lot. So that we will leave as a kit. And all we have left now is to talk about the purge pile. It's the time in this video where you need to lock in your guess as to how much you think I am decluttering. And I think we're probably close to half an inch. Half an inch? Let's see. Maybe not quite. 3/8. 3/8 of an inch. And I think that's going to wrap up this 12 by 12, other than if I go through the page, base pages, which is not technically 12 by 12 paper. So what this means is that I will have some declutter boxes up here shortly. Okay, hold that thought. I know this is going to sound a little dramatic, but I do have one more declutter. So when I say that I tidy up in between these, what I really mean is I move it from one spot to another and then deal with it later when I feel like I have time. So this is the pile of cardstock that is making its way back into my stash. At least that's what I told you in these videos. So this is just the amount from the Page Kit Declutter. And I don't want to deal with this. So I'm going to do a really quick off-camera flip through this one more time and see if I can whittle this down. So I will be right back with my additional purge from what I had originally said I was going to keep. So hold on and I'll be right back. Okay, so it is funny how the thought of putting stuff away makes you change your mind. So this is the pile I'm going to keep. This is the pile I am going to purge. It's not quite half, but I think it's still a pretty good amount that I'm going to get rid of over and above what I had originally intended. So this looks like maybe 1.25 inches or an inch. Looks like just under an inch. Guess I was a little more optimistic. So about 1 inch. Okay, so stay tuned for the giveaway videos. They should be coming up soon. The way it works, you guys, I don't mess around. So basically I will have a number of boxes. I will have them labeled, identified some way, and it will be on a first come, first serve basis once that video is published. And you have to follow the guidelines, okay? So, and the guidelines are pretty basic. You have to email me with your name and your full address and which box you're interested in, or boxes you're interested in the order of preference. If you send me just an email without your address, you will be disqualified, meaning your email is not going to count. And I do that intentionally. I don't want to have to track down people's addresses. I literally just want to take the first person and write their name on the box and get it in the mail as soon as possible. So please do keep that in mind, okay? So I will go through that all in details, more details, when I actually do the giveaway. If this is something that you are interested in, be sure to subscribe so you're notified when that post goes up. I do it at different times of the day, so different people have different opportunities. What else? There's no cost to you. I will pay for the shipping, etc. Or if you've been given a box in the past and you're still interested in a box, you can definitely email, but preference will be given to someone who hasn't yet received a box from me, just to kind of spread it out a little bit more. But if no one is interested and your name is the only one that's been entered or submitted, then of course I'm more than happy to send it to you. So stay tuned for that. I'm really happy with this, you guys. Super thrilled to have gone through my cardstock. Yeah, I mean, there's more to come, but this was a big hurdle. The rest of it I think is going to be pretty insignificant in the scheme of things. Well, maybe not embellishments, but anyways, let's not jump ahead. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and until next time, happy organizing.